I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Gotta get it by any means. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Gotta get it by any means. By any means necessary. I'm making moves, trying to be legendary. So I gotta get it.
Let's talk football. But more importantly, let's talk Minnesota Vikings versus the Carolina Panthers in week 4. You know, I had a whole list of notes and what I wanted to talk about. And before I get started, I want to apologize for this video being so late. I had a lot of stuff going on and just didn't have a chance to get to it, but I'm getting to it now. It's Thursday. I just watched the Bears get their first win by defeating the Commanders, and now officially the Panthers are now the only winless team. So, let's start off first half. We had good momentum going, starting the first half. Good momentum, which made me feel good about the game, because Sam Franklin, he had a 99-yard pick six, and apparently it was the longest pick six or interception return for a touchdown in franchise history. After Justin Jefferson's touchdown was called back for, I think it was a holding penalty. But after that pick six, I was like, yeah, we in there. We had good momentum. It shifted to us. I was like, hell yeah, this is it. We're about to get our first win. But unfortunately, it started to slow down again. One thing I noticed when we were on offense was a lot of screen plays. And for whatever reason, being conservative again. And even the commentator said it, that last week that Andy Dalton had more freedom than Bryce Young had. And Bryce Young has yet to be turned loose and just, taking a shot downfield. Don't know what's going on with that. After all that bragging about Bryce Young looks good in training camp and all that, but yet we have yet to see like anything spectacular. I don't know. Adam Thielen, he got injured in the second quarter. It kind of scared me a little bit. I didn't know how bad it was, but he ended up coming back after. Brian Burns, he didn't really do anything in the first half. Nothing. We went into halftime 13-7 with the lead, which I kind of still felt okay about, because we went into halftime with the lead. And also felt good about Minnesota they had 2 turnovers. 83 rush yards, 92 passing yards, and 175 total. Now, we had no turnovers. 36 rushing. This is the first half, in the first half. 36 rushing yards and 72 passing yards for 108 total. I just watched the Bears. What was it? I just watched the Bears. DJ Moore just went off. Now, the Panthers in this game had 108 total yards. 108 total yards in the first half. DJ Moore by himself in the first quarter had 4 catches and 126 yards for 1 touchdown. That was just in the first quarter. So the second half, one of the commentators was reading my mind. He said that Carolina's play calling is getting a little too predictable. Yep. That's why when they ran the ball, that's why 36 rushing yards in the first half. That's why when they ran the ball, the running plays didn't work. It didn't work. And then Thielen wasn't quiet, but he wasn't loud either. Like, he needs to be getting the ball a lot. And I'm gonna go back to that later on in a few. Terrence Marshall, he kept fumbling the ball. And here I am thinking that he was going to be our wide receiver 1 last year when they traded DJ Moore. I was like, my man was like doing pretty good last year. So I thought he was going to step up and be, wide receiver 1. He can't even hold the ball. He can't even hold the ball. The one thing that is really getting on my nerves is the Panthers' O-line. The Panthers' offensive line needs to step it up, or they need to be benched or fired. Because how they're playing is making Miles Sanders, who just came from a Super Bowl runner-up team in the Eagles. The O-line is just so trash right now. It's making our running game, Miles Sanders and Chuba Hubbard, it's just making our running game look bad. It's making our quarterback look bad. Something needs to be done by the O-line or the coach, or both. Because either the O-line's just not getting it, or the coach ain't coaching. It's something. One thing I noticed too, on the drive in the last 8 minutes, that was the drive that they needed to be doing all game. It was chunk yards with passing plays downfield instead of all of them conservative plays. All them conservative plays, the screens, the check downs, the comeback routes. I mean, come on, man. It's not going to win you a football game, obviously, because they're 0-4. The Bears, they won the toss and elected to receive. They came out being aggressive. Most of the time, the team that wins the coin toss would defer. They came out aggressive, which that's what needs to be done. I can't remember, it was 2 years ago or 3, I think it might have been 2 years ago when the Panthers played the Chiefs. And, the Chiefs has been good for years now. Patrick Mahomes. We played the Chiefs. Of course, nobody picked the Panthers to win. But in that game, we were aggressive, as aggressive can be. I mean, fake punts on 4th down and converting on them. I think we lost to the Chiefs by a field goal, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but we had a chance to win the game, but we didn't. But we were aggressive, which gave us a chance. That's what Frank Reich needs to be, aggressive, if he wants a chance to win. I'm going to tell you, our offensive line is trash, but one guy in particular, I have his number. And I got a big bone to pick with him. Guess who was getting beat every time Bryce Young got sacked, just about? Equanu. Guess who had 4 out of 8 of the false starts we had against the Seahawks? Equanu. That man needs to be benched. I have a big problem with him. That's just me. I don't know. End of the game, of course, we lost again. Cousins had 2 interceptions. He was sacked only 2 times. They ended with 135 rush yards, 130 passing, 265 total. Now, Bryce Young got sacked 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. He lost a fumble, and they returned it for a TD, but he had no interceptions. 83 rushing yards. Still didn't break 100 rushing yards. 83 rushing yards, 149 passing, with a total of 232. One thing, man, they need to stop being conservative with the play calling, and or if it ain't the play calling, Bryce needs to stop being scared to throw the ball downfield. Now, of course, the O-line ain't giving them a chance to. But I've seen replays where receivers were open and the shot was not taken. But at this point, the O-line is making Young look bad, is making the play calling look bad. It just looks like sometimes as well that the play is everybody go deep. Check down. Like that's what it's meant to be. Everybody go deep, or everybody just clear out. Check down. Height, screen. For one, it's boring. I mean, I think I booed from home. The O-line sucks, much like the Giants' offensive line, who gave up 11 sacks against the Seahawks. 11. When I was watching that game Monday, I didn't feel so bad anymore. I ain't gonna lie. Daniel Jones was getting lit up. I mean, lit up. Everybody with 11 sacks. That is a sack for each player on the defense. 11. I also read, this is besides the game from Sunday, I read that the GM is looking for a top tier wide receiver for Young. I mean, our wide receivers aren't, the greatest getting open and running routes, but that's not the top priority. The top priority is the offensive line, because they suck. They suck. That's what needs to be the top priority. Somebody needs to start coaching them, or they need to light a fire under them so they can get right. Because I don't care who you put at quarterback anywhere. If the offensive line can't protect The quarterback will not do his job to the best of his ability. I have seen the Bears' offensive line fall and Justin Fields get lit up. And Justin Fields, he gets a lot of, crap about him not being good or whatever. It's the offensive line. And it just showed today on Thursday Night Football that the offensive line was great in the first half. And Justin Fields did great in the first half because he had time to make decisions, stand back there, go through his progressions and all of that, and make the throws that he needs to make. I don't care if you put Tom Brady back there behind a trash O-line. He's not going to do his job to the best of his ability. And he's going to let the offensive line know. I'm surprised Daniel Jones, I commend him for holding it together because he got sacked. And he get back up and huddle the team and don't even look angry. But I know he was frustrated, but he did not show it at all. I would have been grabbing their face mask. Look here, damn it. We got receivers. We got Thielen. We got Hayden Hurst. He's our tight end. We got people. We don't need receivers. We need another O-line. That's what we need, in my opinion. And then I also heard about Brian Burns. I don't know how true this is, but there's rumors of trading Brian Burns. You trade Brian Burns, and that's it. Who you gonna bring in to replace him? Who? Because we traded DJ Moore. We got Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is a veteran, which I like. I like that move. I didn't like the DJ Moore move. But then I saw that they were trying to get Bryce Young. I'm like, okay. Getting the quarterback. Traded Christian McCaffrey. I am still hurt about that. We traded our best offensive player. And he's out there thriving in San Francisco. DJ Moore was thriving today. We trade Brian Burns, he's going to be thriving somewhere else. And who knows? He might go get him a Super Bowl. But I want him to get a Super Bowl with us. That's what I want. We got the Lions next. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's not looking good. Because the Lions are looking good. And if we can't get it right, we ain't beating the Lions. There's not a chance. I'm going to try not to make that video late. I'm going to try to do that video on time, so it'll be out Monday. Hopefully, I have some positive stuff for you. But until then, keep pounding.
I'm up early, get my hands dirty. Gotta make that long drive. Punch the clock around 7:30, then getting off around 5. Overtime on weekends, now I'm starting to feel a little sleep deprived. But you gotta do what you gotta do in order to survive. Knocked down but didn't stay down. 10 toes, never laid down. What them haters gotta say now? Yeah, I'm on my way.